Good morning, my lovely yogis. Just beginning on your mat wherever you're most comfortable. And we'll just take a few moments to settle. Arrive in this space. So checking in with how you're feeling. Always that sort of first physical scan through what's tight, what's tender, what feels good today as well, what might feel a little bit better than normal. And then also just checking in with how you're feeling emotionally and how busy the mind is. It's just good to notice you, have a moment just to check in with yourself. So many moments throughout our day are assigned to things we have to do or thinking about other people. So every now and then, just having a few moments just to be in the moment is very good, very healthy. So drawing your awareness to your breath. And you don't have to change the way you breathe, just simply follow the breath. Become consciously aware of the flow in and out. And whenever you come to your breath, you can have a feeling of gratitude. Whatever our emotions and feelings were before, we can always flip it to gratitude when we come to the breath. We can extend those thoughts out to all of the other parts of our body that are working and help us through life. And then maybe thinking of some other things that you're feeling grateful for in the moment. Family, friends, little things around you that make life easy. So if you're lying down, just hug your knees in for a moment. Enjoy a nice rock. If you're already seated, just flexing maybe the body a little. You can roll the head. And we'll come to Zazen. So today I'd like to just sit quietly with following the breath as we started talking about. No other agenda, no mantra, nothing else, just being with ourselves. It can be really difficult, actually. I think sometimes a meditation where you're counting or you've got something to repeat is often easier because it's that little tool to keep the mind doing something. When you're just simply sitting, being with yourself and following your breath, there are so many opportunities for the mind to wander, start worrying, start dreaming, going off onto all sorts of tangents. So we will practice this today. And every time you do find yourself taken away from the breath, just try and come back to it. It's a practice. That's why we keep doing it. Okay, resting hands. Just relaxing the body. Let your eyelids close. Soften through everything. And then we'll just be with ourselves, following our breath. Noticing your thoughts. It's okay to be thinking, just be the observer of the thoughts rather than the thoughts taking you off. If you can think about the movement of your breath, then that will keep you with your breath. Notice if you're feeling comfortable within yourself in this moment, or whether there are feelings coming up. Following your breath. Keep relaxing your shoulders and body if you're a bit tense. Conscious of your thoughts. Let's just take a few more breaths. And just gently blinking, coming back into the rest of our practice. Noticing how you felt, whether when you sat there, whether you felt quite calm and blissful, whether other uncomfortable feelings come up or sensations you can't even put your finger on. So it's always interesting each time we do this, what wants to reveal itself through us. Even if we don't understand it now, it's a sensation. So we're going to come into puppy. Sorry, it escaped me. So this gentle pose, melting heart pose as well, where we have the hips over the knees and just resting down. This can be quite intense on the shoulders and arms sometimes, so I tend to sort of come into it quite gently to start with. And then as we take the time here, we can perhaps allow the chest to drop a bit more and the arms to stretch, but just come into it in the easiest way that feels right for you. This is really nice for your upper back and a little curve into your lower lumbar spine. Very gently just noticing any tension you're holding in the shoulders. And it might take a little while to start to relax even the legs, the calf muscles. Relaxing the neck. Every now and then just notice if your thighs are in any way tight. You can come out of this pose at any time that you need to if it really is aggravating anything. Every now and then just notice also if you can just let go a bit more and let the chest sink to the mat. If it feels comfortable, you can stretch your arms out a bit further now that they're used to being in this position. How does this feel? Is it comfortable? So let's just take one more breath. Gently draw your arms towards your body. It might feel like they've got a little bit stuck there. And as we lift our heads slowly, just avoiding any dizziness, we'll turn over onto our back. Moving slowly, really, really noticing your back on all parts, upper back, mid, lower back. Especially between the shoulder blades as well. A really deep stretch there. Oh, so enjoy lying down. I think with that pose, sometimes you forget you've got muscles in the back. So as always, just seeing where you're feeling a bit tight and just trying to relax. Where do you notice it the most? Is it lower back or is it that lovely spot between the shoulder blades along your spine? Perhaps you can feel some energy flowing in your arms, shoulders, which are linked with the heart and lung meridians, and the large and small intestines as well. Check in with your fingers. Certain fingers are linked with the meridians and maybe the fingertips. There's a sensation. So when you're ready, let's draw the knees in. Have a little rock. So with puppy, we had that nice extension through the front of our body, gentle flex into the back. We'll come into an opposite position now with our back. So as we roll up, we're going to come into cocoon. So beginning with both legs stretched to start with, just walk out your sits bones and then bring your left foot into the top of the right thigh. And then when you're ready, just coming forwards. Again, a lovely gentle posture that you can start off and then ease yourself into over the time that we spend here. Relaxing feet and ankles. So getting a stretch through the back of our body, back of our leg. So this will assist with the bladder meridian. If you need something under your left thigh to support your hip, then using a pillow. Keep relaxing. Relax that right leg. Let it roll out if it does want to. Drawing your awareness to your breath, belly breathing. It's nice to compare the difference in how you feel in your poses from puppy and now cocoon. Are you more comfortable? Less agitation? More familiar with the shape? Notice what goes on. So following your breath here. Noticing the different feelings that you have in this posture, physically and emotionally. Where else can you relax? Just checking in again whether you're tight again through the right leg and around the knee. Moving further into it if there's the ability to soften. And just noticing where you are on your threshold of stretch, whether you're deep into the stretch or whether you're being softer and more gentle today. Just rotate your awareness around your body one more time. And then we'll take a last breath here. Gently lifting up. Slowly observing the feeling that you get in your right thigh, the hip, and then coming down. Noticing also your back, your lower back, having been in that forward fold, how that feels, how different it feels from puppy. Just rock your pelvis if you need to and wag your tail. Just find that comfortable position. And relax. Feel what's going on. I often find, even though the forward folds may be more comfortable when you're in them, sometimes you can really feel the after effects in the lower back afterwards as we lie here. So just following any chi movement, different temperature spots through your body. Keep relaxing. It does take a little while to let everything really let go, especially through all the muscles in your back. Relaxing your arms and wrists. And then gently, let's draw the knees in again. Enjoy a rock. Just massage the back a little before we come up for the other side. And then rolling up. So left leg extends, right leg drawn into the top of the thigh. Okay, and this side might be the side that you need that extra support of a cushion under the leg just to support the hip joint. And then gently, when you're ready, exploring the fold forwards. Some days you'll come into these poses quite strongly, you'll know where you want to be, and other days you might just start to lean, and then gradually you'll find that you've softened over sort of 4 or 5 minutes. Depends where you are in your headspace. So relaxing everywhere that you can think of, shoulders, both legs, lower back, belly breathing. So following your breath, conscious of your thoughts. How does this side feel? Every now and then just notice if you're tight in the belly as you breathe. Relaxing a bit more through the upper back. And what major differences or slight differences you notice from the right to the left. Conscious deep breaths. Just take a few more moments just to see if there's any more movement here. Nothing forced, just movement because you've softened. And then gently we'll take one more breath coming up. Again, nice and slowly, really try to listen to everything that's going on as you lift out of this pose. And then Shavasana. So we've had a back bend, had a forward fold. After just having a few moments to reset here, we'll come into a twist. Just take a few breaths, get yourself comfortable. If your lower back does feel tender, it is really nice to take some deep, nourishing breaths into the belly and feel all the lower back expand out. It can relieve that initial tightness. So as you lie here, just really observing whatever you're feeling, wherever you're feeling it. And feeling any chi moving inside of the thighs, possibly. Okay, so we'll draw our right knee in, then our left. Take it slowly, it just supports that lower back as you bring in one at a time. And take your time here. If you really need to rock and draw the knees in and relieve a little bit of the tightness in that lower back, you can. Draw the head up to the knees. And then we'll roll up. So grabbing your bolster for Twisted Deer, start by bringing it into the right hand side of you. Okay. So right leg and the shin is to the front of you, left leg just swung to the side and bent. And then that bolster into the right hip, turning and then coming down to whatever degree of a twist feels right for you today. And then just relaxing your arms. This is one of the more relaxing poses, I must admit. It feels ever so relaxing, and you don't actually think you're going to get any benefit from it, but you do. When you come out of this pose, there is that definitely a lovely feeling of a twist. So start to relax everywhere you can think of. Especially the head and the neck. And just enjoy the breathing as you bring the breath deeper, feeling different parts of the body expand. How do you feel in this pose? Softening your shoulders. If the pose starts to feel easier, you can just twist your body a little bit more, take your left leg behind you slightly further. Keep checking in with your head, neck, relaxing your face. Follow your thoughts. What's going through your mind right now? And just take 2 more conscious breaths here. As you breathe, just follow where the breath moves. Which parts really open up, which parts don't. And then gently will come up. Coming up slowly, twisting out of it. And then if you want to just swing your bolster over to the other side or have it handy, let's take a few moments on our back. Feeling whatever you feel. If you need to just rock yourself, just find neutral spine. Where do you most feel sensation? Your tummy might start to talk back to you. We've been stimulating the digestive system there. Also notice how it feels to breathe. How we've twisted and moved the chest and lungs. And any parts that felt a bit achy beforehand, do they feel a bit better now? Lower back. Okay, so we'll draw knees in. Take a moment here. Deep breath. And then in your own time, rolling up for the other side. So left leg, left shin at the front of you, right leg to the side, and then bolstering this side of the hip. I'm just going to swap the mic over, otherwise I end up crushing it. There we go. And then in your own time, just turning to whatever degree you want to, coming down. This is one of my favourite poses, actually. It's quite restorative and nourishing. Gentle twist. If you need any more padding under your thigh and hip, then, maybe just another blanket or a very sort of soft cushion. You can use as much as you need. Relax the shoulders, relax your neck. Sometimes it takes a few moments just to find the right spot. And how does this pose feel? Does it feel supportive? Nourishing in a physical way, but also an emotional way. It's like you're giving your bolster a big cuddle. So nice gentle breaths, but bringing the breath to the belly, following the movement of breath in your body. Noticing if there's any differences from this side to the other side. And if you want to move a bit further into the pose. As you breathe, you can really enjoy that right side of your body, right ribs opening up. Nourishing Pingala, masculine side. Even as you lie here, you can also be curious as to whether you feel more of an airflow through each nostril. As we do with Nadi Shuddhan, the alternate nostril breath perhaps, you can sense a different flow, ever so slightly in the nostrils. So one more breath. Ever so slowly coming up. And then we'll come back onto our backs so that we can just align our spine after a twist. It's interesting the different poses we take in yin, and as you come out of them into this neutral shavasana, how different you feel each time, depending on what pose we've been in. What part is it that we're going to feel most, or feels good and relieved and like you needed that stretch? So relax, let everything soften, shoulders, arms, back of the neck. Where does it feel a bit more spacious? Like there's some, I don't know, just energy flowing and moving through your body. Maybe you notice your chakras feel a little bit more energetic or powered up. It's always interesting just to notice the subtle body energy from the poses we take. Perhaps you're feeling a bit more sort of open-hearted or motivated in some way. Perhaps the solar plexus from that twist has been enhanced, encouraged a bit of balance there. If you felt worried or anxious, then all yin poses help our root chakra, and many of them the sacral, so feeling grounded and our emotions. So it's always nice to just check in with that level of yourself too. So let's bring our knees in. We're going to come into waterfall next. So grabbing a cushion just to sort of gently wedge under the buttocks. But if you've got a little blanket that you're going to want to use a bit later on, then it's nice to pop these over your feet, create an actual waterfall of fabric flowing down. And then you'll have it near for when we come into relaxation. And if you've got a big enough blanket, you can hide underneath it, create a little tent if you want to. If you're feeling that way, if you want to feel sort of hidden and want to be introspective today, you can do that. So a good thing about waterfall, to be in this pose at least 3 minutes is sort of a good key point with its benefits health-wise. If you can rest your feet on a wall or some sort of unit, then that's always lovely as well. You don't have to have your legs straight, gentle bend. And again, return to your breath, return to you, how you feel. So what's going through your thoughts? If you've got your eyes closed, you can just draw your awareness to your third eye as well. Ajna, just gazing ahead. being open to any inspiration or images. Noticing what you like about this pose. Whether it's physical benefits or mental or emotional benefits. Very calming pose. You can follow a lovely rhythmic, soft breath to the belly. How are you in this moment? Ask yourself, how am I? So gently, we'll start to bend the knees. Slowly lowering the feet down, pausing here for a moment. Taking a breath perhaps. And then you can just gently pull the cushion away. Find Shavasana just for a few breaths. And checking in with yourself, how you feel. All the different feelings you've had throughout this hour's practice, the different feelings physically through your body, the different emotions that come up, various thoughts that float through the mind. Just being very curious as to the whole journey you've had for an hour. Okay, and then relaxation now. So staying lying down if you want to, just getting a little warmer and more cozy, or coming to seated, whatever feels right. So we'll have a little bit of a time here to think about your most enjoyable pastime, whether it is gardening, being in the allotment, whether it's reading, baking or cooking, or whether it's just simply relaxing and watching uplifting movie. Perhaps it's socialising and talking with friends. What's one of your favourite things? We have many things, but what's one of the favourite things you really enjoy doing? Why do you like it? What does it do for you? Is it a connection to the earth? That joy of seeing things grow, flourish, that connection to life cycle? Is it the nourishing conversations you'll have with people that just refill you whenever life can get us down at times? If it is cooking or baking, is it the love that you put into something that you then share? What is it when we peel away our little activities and things we like doing? What is it that we really, really love? Maybe it's just having time to yourself with whatever you do. It's meditative almost. Space to think and just be yourself. So have a few moments now just enjoying, reflecting on those things you love. So as you think about the things that you really enjoy doing most, what were the outcomes of why? Perhaps it's just that it draws that connection to you, that return to you, me time. Or connection with others. So very gently, we'll start to just wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe rock the head from side to side. Nice way to enhance our throat chakra. If you're lying down, you can have a nice full body stretch and then gradually hug the knees in. Taking some deep breaths, maybe a long sigh. Feeling good in the body, what feels a bit more refreshed and spacious. Sometimes we can't always identify how we feel afterwards. We just feel a lot better after our practice. It's a combination of everything coming back into balance. And then when you're ready, just take your time. You can roll to one side or just roll up to seated. I must admit, I always feel better after a practice, and sometimes you can't always put a finger on it, you just know you feel good. So bringing hands to heart center. Om Shanti. Namaste.